morning, everybody. I've got a pile of stuff to work on, so we're going to work on that. But I forgot to grab the recycle bin. So let's take the trash out. Then I'll grab that. It must have fallen in while I was not looking. That's annoying. My mom asked me when she saw me heading out the door to work on some stuff. She said, "Oh, you're going to church?" Obviously I'm not, because I'm here working on this stuff. I admit that part of why I was not making videos for quite some time, was because if I was not working inside of my house, I was working inside of my spirit. Because, well, I believe in the eternal. And, you know, I did make the unfortunate realization that, well, I do have to actually still do my chores, you know? Staples off of this, otherwise it is not going to, okay. A lot of things that I have to work on, you know, both at home, here, my earthly domain, as well as in my soul. And I have a feeling that you guys might have a lot of things that you've got to work on in your soul and in your yard too. But back to why I'm wearing more conservative clothing to do yard work. For things like, I don't know, breaking down boxes, I can do that. Obviously, I can't when I'm using the mower as much as I might want to. Because the fact is, I do not want people to look at me in a lustful way. I don't. I don't want to do special videos for anybody wearing whatever they planned to request. That's just weird to me. I'm just trying to do my chores, you know? And I know that I have said before the reason why I have to document time that I spend doing my chores, okay? And it is, let's just be clear one more time, it is because my brother married a woman that I don't trust. That's simple. Okay? I do not trust her not to harass him and harass him and harass him the moment that my mom passes away to get me to buy them out of this house that I don't actually want to live in for the rest of my life. But I'll certainly be stuck here if I'm forced to buy them out within 2 years of my mom passing away. My brother already gave me his timeline. And given my mom's health and the fact that she decided to be a couch potato, and everything just seems to be getting worse and spiraling and all like that. I feel like it is really just only a matter of time. Well, it's only a matter of time for all of us, but a lot less time for my mom than what I had hoped, you know? And my mom is very much so a pack rat, because, well, she didn't grow up in a wealthy situation, you know, and then she married a man who literally was completely incapable of being a father. Being a father. He was incapable of being a father. He, no doubt, thought that he was doing such a great job. Meanwhile, my mom was on welfare and he was charging her rent to live in the home with her children. The home that she paid for. Oh, and I'm sure that if my dad saw this video, he would argue, oh no, I paid for the house too. Because, you know, we had this business that we did together. Well, Dad, if you're watching, don't think I didn't know that you took over the family finances so that you could hide your drug habit from Mom and use the money to buy drugs instead of pay the bills. Don't think I didn't know that. Clearly, I have some broken family relationships, and that is something that I pray about regularly now because, well, you know, you sort of have to pray about your broken family relationship when your parents are as old as mine are, because they're never going to change. So all I can do is try my best to forgive them for totally fucking me up. Excuse my language. You know, because guess what, guys? If you can't forgive, you're not going to be forgiven. Try to forgive my brother for moving away and leaving me to take care of our aging mother all by myself when it's actually really difficult to take care of her. Really difficult. Forgive my brother for being just like my father, you know? not totally truthful. It's just really condescending. I love him, but he has some faults that I really wish that he could see. You know, maybe the fact that he's got a couple kids now, young kids, maybe that will change him. But I don't know. I don't know. For people to change, they have to actually want to change. You know? And I'm somebody that I want to change. I want to be less like my mother. I don't want to be anything like my father. Which I think I'm pretty safe on that front. So, on Sunday, the priest at one of the parishes that I attend, he gave an homily talking about how we need to be more proud of being Catholic. Meanwhile, I have serious issues with the sin of pride. So I think I have to take that in the context in which I hope he knows it, in that we need to not deny our faith as Catholics. We need to not deny the doctrines. We need to stop telling the protesters that it's totally okay for them to have the sacraments without joining the church. Heck, we need to tell them that they're not a part of the church. That's what my priest means by pride. You know, I think. Because if you don't have to be Catholic to receive the sacrament, there's no reason to be Catholic at all. don't have to be Catholic to receive the sacrament. May or may not know what I'm talking about. Most of you probably are not Catholic like me. I'm a new Catholic. I've only been Catholic since April 4th this year. That was when I was confirmed. In spite of whatever might be happening with Rome, I have no regrets about joining the church. None. I do wish, though, that the catechesis that I received for my Order of Christian Initiation for Adults was more thorough, so that I don't have to do quite as much self-education and research. Because, you know, I love all of the people that assisted with that class. They were doing their best and giving their own time. They were volunteers, you know? And I am incredibly grateful for that. However, only 2 of the classes that I went to every week from mid-September all the way through June. Only 2 of the classes were actually structured with a lesson plan. The rest were just really sort of haphazard, chaotic. I've been feeling like my Amazon stuff, a lot of it lately, and I don't know if this is just me or if any of you guys have noticed the same thing, but I feel like a lot of the Amazon packages lately, like, the delivery person opens it up and freaking retapes it afterwards or something, you know? And I haven't had anything go missing, but just everything is kind of weird with a lot of the deliveries that I've been receiving in the last few months. Hold on to any boxes. These boxes. a different bin here. Out of my garbage can. I hope. I need to go grab that. Just in case it was from my garbage. Yes, I saw trash blowing down the road, and I wondered to myself, oh no, did that blow out of my trash can? Because, you know, I literally just went over and put a bunch of stuff in theory, it could have blown out. Okay, so hopefully I arrive when the recycle comes, because I'm sure that I'm going to bring in another load. The large boxes in there, the packing paper in that one, and then the small boxes in here. That way it'll be easier to load things up, and even if not present when the trash arrives to do the pickup, you know, I can still have everything ready to load up into the bin in an organized way. Hopefully I'll be able to fit more stuff in. Let's do the big boxes first, and then try and fit the little boxes in around those. Yes. Although, if I pack it too full, that won't be good because nothing will come out. tall boxes Oh, good. I thought I lost this thingy, and it is very, very handy for breaking down boxes. So I'm glad that I didn't actually misplace it. I just put it in a different pocket. Don't know how many of you guys live across the street from a park, but it's not, gosh, come out of there. I do not recommend at all. You know, I mean, these days, pretty much every single day, I go outside anytime during the day. People are out there sitting at the picnic table very close to the front of my house smoking weed. People can do that. You know, they can do that. It's legal. Gosh, it is so unhealthy. And maybe I don't want to walk outside my front door and immediately freaking smell it every day. You know? I mean, I feel like really legitimately strange sometimes about the fact that when I say I smell a skunk, I mean I smell a small, black, furry creature that has white stripes. And other people, when they say they smell a skunk, they're talking about smelling marijuana. Really freaking weird, to be honest. You know, it's really weird. Really need to be better about breaking down my boxes as soon as they arrive. You know? Just tossing them into the driveway is not something that's working. Really, that's just so dumb that I've been doing that. It's really I know that some people would tell me that I am not being a good Christian. I'm not trusting my brother's wife. Okay? Guess what? She's not a Christian. She's not a Christian. So she has no moral obligation to treat me in any kind of way other than what she feels like, you know? And, you know, I know I've said that I do not want to live in this house for the rest of my life. But I also don't want to get kicked out of it by somebody that has no right, you know? My mom made decisions, you know, and some of those decisions about this house are to protect me from my brother, but also to protect my brother from his wife. Because none of us trust her. None of us trust her. You know, she is just as manipulative, if not more so, than my brother. And, you know, I'm basically of the, oh, hello, clod of dirt. I'm basically of the opinion that my brother really got exactly what his own manipulative behaviors merited that he get from life once he married her. You know? He did. And I can only hope that he learns his lesson about what it feels like to be manipulated, you know? But also, well, that's his life, you know? That's his life. And marriage is a sacred sacrament. That's going to be his wife for forever, regardless of if they get a divorce, which I really hope that whatever they have going on, they don't ever get a divorce, you know? Or an annulment, because guess what? Do you really think that God is going to consider that piece of paper nullifying your marriage? To mean your marriage was really actually over? All that is a piece of paper when you're talking about your given word. You know? Annulment. It's fake. So I got the kind that does the K-cups as well as the carafe. And I like it. I like it. It's nice to be able to choose if you're gonna drink coffee all day or just want a cup real quick. You know, I like it. I think it was a sound purchase, you know, for people that use K-cups. And, you know, I use the, the reusable ones that you can fill up with your own coffee. Although, lately I've been doing the mushroom coffee. I like it. Once I got used to it, it just tasted like coffee, you know? trash collection comes recycling collection. You know, I'm gonna have to just call it that because I really don't want to deal with things getting stuck. Okay. To get, okay, I know where it is. So, if anybody wondered why I have to stop, so let's see about a close-up. Okay, so when I'm using this right here, and I have to stop sometimes to pick a stick out of it, I'm taking the stick out from right here in this general area because as that moves, if there's anything going like in that's in this area between where these blades are, if there's anything in there that I do not have the strength to cut through with this blade, it's just going to get stuck. It's not going to cut through it. And I am not buff, so, you know, yeah. Interesting. other key is in my bag. Gosh, what is going on? Okay, so I'm going to try to take this off and put that into, you know, onto my new tow hitch on my car. I've got a little locking thing. Gosh, okay. Okay, I know what I've got to do first. I forgot. I've got to be organized. I've got to be organized. Be organized. Okay. Hold it down so that wrench, you know, it should be fine. Okay, so I will need to take off that whole thing. Okay. Because I cannot freaking remember how to do this. I got to switch over to this for the tow hitch because my mom is literally incapable of getting into her truck anymore. So, yeah. I need to be able to move all of her things a lot easier, and that means having the cargo cage on the car that she can get into. Alright, I took my weed eater apart, as you can see. I really need to clean it out. Off or whatever, because it's definitely well used, I guess you could say. But I got these flanged bolts because, as you can see, I'm missing a couple, and I cannot find my star Allen wrench set. I hate when companies do this because, I mean, the star Allen wrenches, they're not exactly a common tool, although maybe they're more common than they used to be. Let's see, a little bit closer. Okay. Let's see. There. Maybe now we can see what I'm doing here. the bolts that I got are the wrong ones because they're flanged and I needed not flanged, but you know, oh well, they will do for now so that the shield doesn't come flying off while I'm in the middle of a project, you know, because that would be really bad. Really, really bad. I should just get some of the correct bolts. I'll do that next time I go to Home Depot, and hopefully by then I will find my star wrench set. I know it's not an Allen wrench because the Allen wrenches are hex shape. Star's not. It's not a hex shape. You know. Huh. This actually fit in there a lot better than what I thought it was going to. I might not need to get different bolts for it. That would be good. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Very good. To just hunt down my star wrench set. I think it's with all of my camping gear, actually. Yeah, I think that my star wrench set is with my camping gear in the back of the truck. And I've got to get all of that stuff out of the back of the truck pretty soon because next camping trip, I believe I want to take my car because I'm bringing my mom, and I've already said she can't get into the truck. Not unless we're right next to a curb, and it's really difficult to control your ability to park next to a curb when you are out and about, especially on a camping trip, you know. And I tried getting her one of those tiny little step stools, and she was scared to use it. So I don't know, maybe if I find one that has a handle or something, she'd be less scared, you know, like those RV ladders or something. Maybe. You know what? Let's just take these bolts out and replace them with the flanged ones that use a regular freaking Allen wrench. Because, I mean, yes, I am apparently able to unscrew them with the Allen wrench, but only because they were already really loose. Obviously, I lost 2 of them, so that's not good, you know. I really don't want the shield to fly back into my face or anything like that while I'm working. And maybe I'll keep things tightened down on this if, I don't know, I can use a tool more that's more readily available, you know, instead of a specialty tool just for tightening things down. I mean, I know I should just get a steel. Those are the best weed eaters, and I am eventually going to need a really good weed eater for tackling the backyard. hard, but I'm at a point where I'm ready in some ways to just light the backyard on fire and do my weed control that way. You know, I feel like that would be more efficient and show my feelings towards it. That is way better. Because it doesn't wobble anymore. Yay! Okay, may as well take that out. Since it does not like it when I leave the lime stored inside of it. I don't know, maybe you guys think that this looks a little hokey, but I'm just glad that it is back to being relatively stable, you know? Put that in there. It's basically trash. Because I might be able to get one thing out of there. I need to get my son to come help me take the cargo cage off. Because I am a weakling and I can't get the darn thing to come off. Oh well. Okay, let's put... I don't know. Maybe it won't fit. Okay. Oh, I made it work. Very good. Okay, well, I didn't get everything done that I wanted to today because I had planned to get the cargo cage hooked up to my tow hitch down there, and as you can see, the cage isn't on there. So I did not get that done, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that I am a weakling and need my son's help with that. What can you do, right? Okay, well, as you guys can see, I did not get started on finishing up, hanging up the rest of these panels today, like what I had planned to. There's only so much time in a day. Anyways, if anybody wondered, it is currently Wednesday, August 12th at 11:15 a.m. I'm going to go do a little bit of book study. Currently, I'm working my way through The Glories of Mary by Saint Alphonsus Liguori. And just to be honest, there are so many parts of this book that have literally made me cry. It's huge, and I have so much left to read. But, have a good day, everybody.